Goosebumps. Yes. This was something I think we knew about. At least I remember it being talked about. I didn't know how far along this was in production, but it's kind of neat that Disney Plus is releasing Goosebumps this October on Friday the 13th. And that's it's pretty cool. Do I think after watching this teaser that this is going to, be anywhere near what I was hoping for as far as Goosebumps? Not really. It definitely feels very Disneyfied. And that's no hate. I understand. They got a specific market they gotta to go towards, but for me, I guess I just feel like not necessarily that it's losing a little bit of its edge, but it feels a little too Disney Channel as opposed to where Goosebumps kind of had its own tone. It really felt like that 90s Goosebumps really lived in its own spot with like, the Are You Afraid of the Dark and stuff like that. They all have their own specific feel.
Yeah, and I think that's where I'm at with this as well. I'm always intrigued to see, these properties pop back up to see what they're going to bring us just because I am so nostalgic for them. And you mentioning Are You Afraid of the Dark? They brought that back, what I think in 2019, Nickelodeon did. And they kind of did the same thing what they're going to be doing here, where it's not necessarily those anthology stories, it's an overlying storyline of, we're going to continue from one episode to the next, more episodic, with that long-term storytelling, which, I'm not against it, but we love our anthology horror, and it's sometimes it's nice to press that restart button as soon as you hit another episode and you're just kind of having a confined story for 30 minutes or whatever the runtime's going to be. I'm definitely going to give this one a chance. I watched
Mm,
the first season of Are You Afraid of the Dark when they brought that back, and I mean, it had some positives. It doesn't feel, you don't have that nostalgia feel, I don't think, with Are You Afraid of the Dark. I don't think I'm going to get it here with Goosebumps either. But the story seems like it could be fun, and I know one of our critiques sometimes when we're watching a new horror film, and they don't expand the town enough. And I know here it sounded like they're going to be living in a town and kind of uncovering things. So I'm curious to see what it's going to involve. I know Justin Long is attached to this as well, so you can't go wrong with him in horror. I'm excited for this one. I'm definitely October 13th is going to be an extremely busy day. There's a lot of stuff being released that day. I'm definitely going to make some time to watch. I think maybe they were dropping a handful of episodes on Friday 13th, but I don't know 100% that's accurate or not. But I definitely want to give this a shot over that weekend just to see what they're going to be bringing to us.
yeah, it looks like they're dropping the first 5 episodes. And yeah, I think this is going to be a good deal of fun to throw on with my son. I imagine you'll probably do the same with your daughter. Just kind of sit down with the family, throw it on, just see how it is. And I'm down to totally be surprised, but I think just the pessimistic adult in me just has to realize that it's not going to be what it was. It's not going to be what it used to be. And yeah, I think I will be pretty quick to hop back onto Netflix or wherever it is now and put on the original series, especially some of those original episodes that they kind of pushed into movies. They had like the Werewolf of Fever Swamp. I will always remember I had the green VHS tape, and I watched that thing religiously. And I don't think they had to stray from the anthology route per se. I see they're kind of doing more of like what the movies did, where
Yep.
it's kind of like we're taking a few stories and we're making that the season. I think that for if you're going back to TV, it just makes sense to go back to the episodic anthology route, But hey, we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to poo poo this thing entirely, but I will not be surprised if this, has one season and then that's it. But I'll also eat my words if it's great and then we have 5 seasons and we're talking about it in 5 years. So.